Welcome back to Master Your Glass with me, Lee Violaro, where I show you how to make expert cocktails at home. Today, I'm going to make for you a cocktail of my creation called the Acquaiolo. Not only is this drink citrusy and nutty and refreshing, I also was inspired by a real story that happened on the island of Ischia, where I grew up. So this drink represents me probably more than any other one. So let me show you how to make it. But before I do so, I'm going to tell you a little bit of story. Before centralized water, not only on the island of Ischia where I grew up, but about everywhere, water was carried by water carriers, and they were in charge of quenching the thirst of the people. The island where I'm from, there are many sources of water, many spring waters and many thermal waters. One specific source actually streamed down and brushed on chestnuts and lemons and basil. So that's the one I'm going to use today to make a cocktail for you. So let's go ahead and make it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some ice into my shaker tin and ice into my glass. Okay, that is about 3/4 full. Next, I'm going to add ice to the glass. This drink will be served over ice, so on the rocks. And there is that guy right there. All right, let's go ahead and make this drink. The first thing I'm going to do is grab 4 grapes. 1, 2, 3, e 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So far, so good. The next thing I am going to do is grab 2 leaves of basil. Medium to large size. It's not a big deal what the size is in reality. Okay, next ingredient I'm going to do is a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, which you can squeeze freshly, or you can have it already squeezed like I have right here today. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, I'm going to do also a 1/2 ounce of chestnut syrup. All right, so now in our glass we have 4 grapes, we have 2 basil leaves, we have a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, and we have a 1/2 ounce of chestnut syrup. Now we're gonna give this a muddle. We're just gonna extract some of these flavors out. So all you really need is a gentle muddle here because we're gonna shake this drink anyway, so these ingredients are gonna be agitated. Now that I am done with my muddled ingredients, I'm gonna go ahead and add my liquid components. I'm gonna start with 1 ounce of cognac. So the water carriers made the water, and one day a famous character, this is a true story by the way, added alcohol, grape-based alcohol to it. So we've got 1 ounce of our grape-based alcohol. In this case, it's an XO Cognac. Our next ingredient is a 1/2 ounce of anisette. The reason why the anisette was added, and this was added to the water by the water carriers, is because anisette gives this menthol fresh flavor. All right. Limoncello, this is the lemon component of it. This limoncello happens to be made on the island with the famous sfusato lemon, a special lemon. 1/2 ounce of this as well. And last but not least, I'm going to add 1 ounce of water, of course, because the water was where this all started. Okay. Now the mixing glass and the shaker tin are going to meet. We're going to give that a little smack. Give it a nice hard 10-second shake. Okay, gave this a nice hard shake. Now that it's time to pour this drink into the glass, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double strain it or fine strain it. What that means is, aside from the strainer that goes on the shaker tin, I'm also going to use a fine strainer in between to get all the chunks out and make sure that this drink still looks clean and tastes as delicious as it should. All right, beautiful little fine strain to make this drink look nice and clean. I'm going to get these out of my way. So another herb that on the island was very popular was the piperna. Piperna is a wild thyme. So I'm going to garnish this drink with a very thin slice of lemon, very thin, okay? I wouldn't say paper thin, but almost. Okay, now that I've cut this thin lemon, I'm going to set it right there. The other important ingredient is the thyme. Because it's wildly grown on the island, I'm going to take a nice big bunch just like this, put it right in there, and let that sit just like that. That will give it an amazing aroma. Okay, refreshing, nutty, citrusy, herbaceous, a great summer drink is the Acquaiolo. And remember, great drinks make great friends. Now be sure to tune back to Master Your Glass with me, Livio Laro, while I give you expert instruction for everyday consumption. Salute!